Good morning. How are you doing this morning, collective? Welcome to my channel, 5 Mirror Tarot. They told me to jump right on in here. I hope you're doing well. First, why don't we release the karma for the higher good of the entire collective consciousness, and that includes your butt nuts, your tacky toxics. This is an open read because I'm getting ready to do your blessings. There was just so many messages here. Because I love you. I hope you're feeling well. You come in here, we're going to be tarot and chill together. Now then. I know you love some of these people, they're in your family, but others aren't. This one is stupidity versus cleverness. Central theme is, it's ironic, the use of clever to describe incredibly foolish person who keeps screwing you over. It's at work or at play. Some of these are family members. This is a collective consciousness reading. So you take the parts that resonate and let the rest go. Don't you force anything into your world. You could hurt yourself. Well, your toxic Avengers, just in time for the holidays. It's going to be Thanksgiving. And some of these people go out of their way. They plan over the summer how they're going to set you up for Thanksgiving and Halloween and Christmas and all the way to Easter and everything in between. Any occasion to just make your life miserable because they're toxic. Well, their actions are driven by extreme, very illogical assumptions right about now, as the only approach to thinking today. So I'm here to warn you with that first card. They'll try to turn your life upside down, topsy-turvy. They will try. As the only approach to thinking today. That's it. I'm warning you. Use your discernment. Listen to your higher self for posterity this morning. And this, what they're up to is the Temperance card. They're skating on thin ice. They've been told to quit doing this to you. They have been told to knock it off. Been told by the divine to quit it. Leave my anointed alone or you're going to get it. That's God's wrath. For sticking little knifey knives in your back metaphorically. To that last one you had to pull out to remind yourself you're never going to let them do that to you again. And they're they are not right in the head. Today, they have only one approach to thinking today, illogical assumptions about, no, but you did, but you said, but you did, but no, you didn't see that, because that will be the, okay, that malarkey. And you're able to keep it together and set a boundary and go on your way. Tell them to leave you alone or you'll keep setting boundaries. And the answer is no, whatever it is they want from you right now. If they don't stop this pestering you, the answer is no. Forever and ever and ever. Topsy-turvy. Well, let's see now. Again, do not force anything that doesn't fit into your situation. And please use your discernment this morning to make your decisions. And let the rest go. Keep the parts you love and let the rest go. Now we're going to get into it. All of it. I'll get over on the other side. Thank you for clicking on this video. This will be a channeled message for you. For your highest good, collective. I trust this message has found you at the most opportune time. I really appreciate and welcome you in. You showing me a kindness. Thank you so very much for that. Come in here, and we create and we grow magic together. And as always, I love you so, so much. And I'm so proud of you. Topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy. They don't know what to do. I told you I give you permission. If you do not want to go and face that crap this year, use me as an excuse. I had to go pick my auntie up from the airport. She's really old. This might be her last Thanksgiving. I can always come and see you anytime. I can come and see you next Thanksgiving, but this one I'm going to spend with my auntie. Well, we tapping into the Froud. I use both of the Froud decks, the Oracle, the Fairies Oracle, and the Heart of the Fairies Oracle together at the same time. And this morning we got the Bright Spark Fairy. Understanding. Doth thou comprehend? Ooh, you get a kick in the pants. You get a dash of inspiration. Ain't life a stinker, collective? Well, life is a real life mystery, I know that. You illuminate the miasma of confusion going on out there in that world of ours, collective. You're the bright spark. It's you. And that bright spark energy is about to jazz up your life. And you're going to jazz up somebody else's life. In return, they're going to jazz up somebody else's life. And so on. And so forth. Oh, I have no idea. None. So, tarot and chill. Tarot and chill. Yeah. Your narcissist. Stupidity versus cleverness. Are they stuck on stupid or are they cunning? Central theme is, it's ironic though, isn't it? The use of quote clever and quote to describe incredibly foolish narcissistic person who screws you every chance they get. Say they're never going to do that again because I learned my lesson. No, they don't. No, they don't. Now then, we're coming to you from, this is life out here in the Southwest, from the land of enchantment. And now on my channel, 5 Mirror Tarot, you are venturing into Don't Give a Flying Fig television. Or a give a oh, we dabble with the fairy tales. We dabble in the tarot reading, channeled message. You can stay safe in this new way of doing things on my channel. You have a place to belong here. I only have one thing to say to you every single day. You know what it's going to be. You know I love to say it. You know what I love to say. Listen to what your soul is asking you to do. Your soul, collective. Now, tarot is a self-help tool used on my channel, 5 Mirror Tarot, so the viewer can enhance self-awareness. You can build emotional resilience. And the tarot can help you to set boundaries with a toxic person. I'll say. Boundaries are key to you learning how to manage others' narcissistic tendencies for manipulation they perpetrate on you. Tarot does not offer a magic bullet to outsmart your narcissist, but rather it shines a light on bullying, on ways to strengthen your internal capacity to navigate the tricky relationship dynamics here. I use the power of tarot for entertainment purposes. I love you. Because the tarot and the fairy oracle on this YouTube channel's content for situations that do deal with toxicity. This comes from using the frequencies from the tarot cards. It's kind of like a mock psychological tool that prompts the viewer to resonate in introspection this morning. Food for thought. This Tarot and Fairy Oracle reading is for fun. It's not fortune telling or predictions of the narcissist's next move, no. But I do tap into energies, have to put it into some kind of context, that are dark energies so that you can use your discernment and your intuition to decide what's best for you. I'm not a doctor, but I have used tarot for decades when dealing with a narcissist, real or imagined, or just a bully or a snotball. Well, dealing with bullies, either way, is never easy. But on my channel, tarot can be experienced as a potent, powerful tool used to reclaim your sense of true, authentic self. But namely, you come here to protect your heart. Tarot can be used to crack open hope by understanding and carefully in a constructive way. You learn how to manipulate the narcissist's vulnerabilities, and that's all we're doing. You have the right to protect yourself from what they do to you is harmful. Tarot points out their vulnerability, which can save you from harm in potential unsafe scenarios that they land you in. Now we can use the tarot here so that you can take your power back. You can become unmanipulable, unable to manipulate you, to say the least. Stop the madness. Yeah. Now we're still dealing with, we got Mercury retrograde, oh boy, and Saturn retrograde. And Pluto return. So all three of those transits, known going into the uncomfortable unknown. So you're in your North Node. This is, some of you, it's a new phase in your ongoing growing and ascension processes. And this transformation is your confirmation during this reading. This reading, collective, is your confirmation. Now, permission's not granted to link or repost this video. This video is for educational and spiritual entertainment purposes only. Right? This video doesn't refer to any specific person and should not refer to any specific person as having NPD or narcissistic traits even, especially to support an allegation that the maker of this video, little o me, believe or support a claim that a person is literally a narcissist, a bully, or a butt nut. That's my disclaimer. This is an open read, many subjects, many messages. These are your blessings of abundance that you're claiming. Hierarchy of angels. Know the vast expanse some call mansions of the Godhead and glory of the Trinity to be. I know. What? Something is telling you, something is about, it's not quite right. Something's not in alignment. Something doesn't pass the smell test. Your toxic person, dark night of the soul for the toxic people in your life who harmed you. You tap into the highest power of every natural science. You embrace nature. Do it. Anything that you can think of, you can manifest to culmination today. And stay away from your stinkers. Oh, gypsy brood. Gypsies, gypsies. You're showing me gypsies. This vibration helps to regulate a bothersome person. Good cause that person to move of their own free will. It could be a neighbor. or it becomes their idea to move. For some of you, not all of you. Now, you discovered a way to visualize bad times in your past when you were hurt by others. You know that pain and that sorrow that is carried. You see it as an energetic burden of raw pain, and you decide to release it, and you extend forgiveness to the phantoms that keep haunting you. Saturn retrograde. And you just dented the narcissistic for being a petty little tallywhacker. A little nasty little tallywhacker of a narcissist. Ooh. This vibe is it's like a tonic. It stimulates love for you. Layers of an onion skin is self-discovery, prophetic dreams, real emotions. I like that, Holy Spirit. Change of heart to make amends, forgiving yourself. Some of you, occult sciences. Oh, your brain dead numbnuts are using black magic on you is what that means. And it's not working, and if it does land, the most that happens is you sneeze or you stub your toe. That's it, and you go on your way. Makes no sense to them. It's amazing psychic gifts are heightened in you. You knew it. Your finances, subconscious forces, mental balance. You avoid emotional outbursts. You listen to your inner voice. Some of you check your financial affairs. Spying on you's backfired on your toxic person. They need to knock it off. Lusting after your money, your finance. They want your money. The obsessed lover and their lover conspired to harm a divine chosen one. That's you. Avoid harsh, toxic relationships right about nowish. Some of you enter into a scary, very dark fear of the unknown territory with your butt nut. They're pulling some shenanigans. They're trying to hide from the truth or reality by buffaloing you. And you're seeing right through it. You're not falling. You're not falling for it. You cough in their direction. You just cough at them. Go away. Look, I'll get you sick. You cough at them. I know. Is the cup half full or half empty? Is it optimism or is it pessimism? Which is it? Manifestation abilities are greatly enhanced. I would say optimism. Body and mind balance survive. What? This brings blessings. This brings successes to excel. Do something that's a passion for you. Because they're doing the same toxic things over and over and you're weary of it. I'm not doing this anywhere. You go do that crud on your own time and dime. I'm not doing it. Kick in the dick vibe. They kick themselves in the dick. You get love and peace and may God bless. That's for you. That's for you. Karma rules spiritual court is now in session for them. Oh, I know. Feminine, moon. Protection to ward off evil vibrations, to scare away evil spirits. Some of you, that metaphorically, that's your mother-in-law. She's a bugger, isn't she? These people are coming from pure ego. But it's clear. Psychically speaking, your intuition, you know things. It's driving these people bonkers. It's driving them cuckoo. How does she know? How does collective voice catch us? Because you honor yourself. rebirth and psychic renewal for you. You give someone difficult a very hard enough time. Good for you. You need to be objective. Acceptance of past event or actions. You get renewal and redemption by letting it go. Meddler stops others from sabotaging or interfering. Yeah, because you won't listen to him. You walked away. Did you? You are taken at a truly happy moment. You sing, you chant sweet, sweet thoughts and happiness. Judges and juries get to focus on giving you a fair outcome. Oh, I like that, Holy Spirit. Oh my goodness. I have no idea. Where is it? Okay. Are we ready? Ready, set, go, Mother, may I? How are you doing? How are you doing this morning? Are you feeling well? Are you happy? Are you happy? I hope you are. What does the divine need to share with collective? What does the divine need to share? Ooh. Okay. We got, the Three of Wands, King of Swords, the Devil, and the High Priestess. You embody a love that lets you do what's right. Do what's right in your life. It's your life. No matter what your butt nuts think. You're difficult people. We all have some. Your ships are coming in. They do not know what they are talking about. You worked really hard all across the board for a really long time. Using your emotional intelligence, you're working smarter, not harder. You're able to look at what needs to change and you adapt and you adjust and you make it so. You got some flow there. And then you level up, going from to, I like that. And what crosses the situation? I hope you're doing well. What crosses it? Gonna let it work on you, Kim. I want the shiny one. King of Cups. Ooh, comfortable with your emotion. 10 of Cups, meeting your own needs. 8 of Wands reversed. You decided to stop and check your progress. Then you were able to fill your cup, Ace of Cups, to overflowing. 2 of Swords. Ooh. That's poison tongues. That's belittling. That's devaluing you. That's thinking like if they devalue you, that you don't care what they think. They don't validate you. You validate yourself. Hermit card. Yeah. That's the light that's up inside of you. You're defying the social customs and expectations. And let's just pick one. Let's say a wife. Your authentic true self miraculously saves you. You radiantly glow. You shine. This is a sign of your devotion. You've transformed a creative journey and you're devoted to your passions. Oh, I love that. I'm proud of you for doing that. Being able to express your needs to others without them getting bent. Hey, what about me? What about me? What about me? Because you're dealing with people that have souls that do love you. family and friends. You're doing that, coming together. And now you're taking, this is like a little tiny little staycay, little teeny tiny day trip, little teeny tiny rest from, you could keep going and wear your little self out and burn yourself out, but you decided no. So that's the Eight of Wands reversed. Because you did that, loving on yourself, taking really good care of yourself. You fill your cup to overflowing, and so does your business, so does your household, so does your spirituality, all of it coming together. And then you can't tolerate being around these butt nuts. They just irritate the crap out of you. You tolerated them, you were patient, but right now, they're so low vibrational, you're so high vibrational, it just chaps your behiney. I'm not doing this. And you'll leave the room. You will not occupy the same, will not talk to them, will not text, will not. No, you're loving yourself shamelessly, unconditionally too. Unconditionally. On the inside as it is on the inside, let it be without. So that the outside world is glowing just like you, a little glowworm. I love that. Let it be the process. Basis. What's the basis? The basis of the situation for collective. Ooh. Ooh. 9 of Pentacles. You're on a new path to emotional wealth and literal wealth. Let's see. Death and rebirth. Let's see. King of Pentacles is you taking action and you're spot on. 8 of Cups. So that you can walk away from 8 of Swords. From them right now is not the time that, and you can see them trying to trap you in your own head. They're trying to trap you. You defy social and cultural expectations. You spish. I spish on you, narcissist. I spish on you, bully. I spish on that crud. You are closing a dark chapter that is over. A difficult period in your history is finished. Rejoice. Stay focused on the spiritual path, on the cultivation of personal love for the divine and for self. Seamlessly. Those two walk hand in hand. You're up on, you've leveled up and going and reaching for, you going for it. Let's do it. You close down this, what they're doing. Today, your toxic Avengers actions are driven by extreme, illogical, gobbledygook assumptions as the only approach to thinking today. They don't want to hear anything you have to do with reason and logic. No. So use your discernment. Walk away. Listen to your higher self for posterity this morning. Walk away. I mean it. Go do what you need to be doing. They're trying very hard to trap you in your own head so that you stop functioning and nothing would make them happier. As it turns out, they're stuck in their own head. Look at you. You can see exactly what they're up to, trying to pull you into, and you aren't doing it. You've leveled up. You're beyond it. It irritates you to, it's noise. It's noise. It's noise. Basis. What's over the next 2 weeks ahead? The next 2 weeks? I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, please no. Okay. Next 2 weeks. 9 of Cups. Look what you did. You got through that 11:11 portal. You open something up to go do, and you get justice. They do not know what to do. Five of Swords. You took away their tools, their schemes, their lies. This just not working because you're the star. You're the star. And the Fool. I told you, you surrendered it to a higher, to the divine. And you are happy to do it. Look at you. Look at the treasure. Look at the treasure. You're the treasure. Seven of Cups. They're an opportunist. You get buried treasure in your own soul. You get justice for your own soul. They get defeated. Walking into the sunset all bent. Look how confused what happened. I can't control a star. Gee, go figure. I can't imagine why. And you're the Fool. Taking that leap of faith and trusting yourself, loving yourself. And you kicked in the law of attraction without even realizing it. Without even knowing it. You embark on a new devotional form of worship that believes anyone can have direct access to the divine, regardless of sex or caste or religion. That's over the next 2 weeks. What Crowns Collective? You repel the suffering under the patriarch. Our messed up system in 2025. I'll say. And we're going to get them files now in about a week after Thanksgiving, and you heard that here first on Mirror Mirror Tarot. Tiny Fist of Fury is apoplectic. Yeah, he did all of this in order for those files to never, ever, 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 ever come out. The week after Thanksgiving, we will know exactly what that monster did. Yeah, we will. What crowned you as you repel the suffering under the patriarch? You defy social and political standing. You seek ultimate freedom without even realizing it. You are making choices based on external expectations, on how you think others will perceive your actions. For being free and being your most authentic self. Do what's right for you then. You're encouraged. That's what crowns you. This is after the 11:11 portal. You're on your way to the 12:12 portal, the next one. You just a hopping and a skipping along and counting your blessings as you go. Look at you. I've got 100,000 blessings, Auntie. I counted them all. And instead of crying over spilled milk and being grateful for what I have, and then God gave me treasure. I'm fine. And ideas on how to love myself successfully. To do what's right for me. No fear in being under judgment. I don't know what the cats are doing. The little tiny construction hats, hard hats. Definitely in the future. Ooh. Definitely in the future. Ultimately, you are the only one who can know what needs to be done or needs to be said. You're protected, Seven of Wands. You stand up for what you know is right for you. Even if others will judge you for it, you don't care. You don't care. You're very emotionally and mentally stable and balanced and secure in your own skin. You are the King of Wands. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. I will stand up for what I know is right for me. And I don't care if you judge me for it. I don't care. Definitely in the future. What's in the place of hope? Hope in the environment. Hope. I know these down here are lovely energies. A beautiful reading collective. The energies are just, I like that one. Hope in your environment. No use for fear, especially fear of being persecuted. That could convince us not to be true to who we authentically truly are, who you really are. Oh, look at you. You've got the best energy of all, the most loving, balanced. You give the best love in the whole wide world. That's a Cancer energy. For Cancer. For my Cancer out there. Here, Cancer, I'm talking about you. Seven of Cups. To be up on your path where you're supposed to be. In love in all things, all areas of your life. Growing and expanding all areas of your life. At your own pace. Fire, fire, warm desire. You could be Aries. Good ideas in Aries. You could be Sagittarius. Expansion in Jupiter. Or you could be a Leo. The balls to make it so. Your Kundalini has sprung. Oh, all the way up to, oh my goodness gracious, you're getting downloads, you're working with the divine. Look how happy you are. Look how happy you are, so in touch with the source. And more coming your way in the future, collective. End of sexual frustration. Waiting for a reciprocation, you get it. By being and remembering who you really are and loving yourself unconditionally and showing up for yourself. What do those around collective think of collective? How do they think of you, collective? Ooh, 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 that one. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. Your nightmares are over. Your toxic person's nightmares are just beginning because they messed with you. Here you are, the Knight of Pentacles, taken off in a new direction. Leveling up whole new ways. 8, paying attention to detail. And the world. This is the last thing you needed to do is put these finishing touches on healing yourself forward. You've won all the battles and you went on to win the war. The Sun. Exposed to all kinds of new things you learning about yourself. Love isn't ethical. We are. Love isn't bound. We bind it. Love is not bound or limited by any idea of what is or is not socially acceptable. Love is what sets you free from the expectations that limit or bind you. Love comes in whatever way love finds us. Am I right? This is an open read, many subjects and many messages today on 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot. So what is your heart's desires next? Well, this is what They say your nightmare is over. You did the shadow work. You looked at those patterns on that ugly little bedspread there. You hated that bedspread. And now you show up for yourself. You're starting to dig the bedspread because that was your shadow side. These were all the parts of yourself you did not like. And look what you were doing to yourself, and you stopped that, didn't you? And you leveled up for doing that. Accepting yourself, loving yourself, every detail of yourself. Love yourself in unconditional love, non-judgmental love. The non-judgmental love. You were too hard on yourself before. And until you did that work, there's no way that you were going to level up enough to claim this, you claim the blessings, but to be able to grow them, you had to make room to grow them. Now you got plenty of space to grow those blessings of abundance that you pick up here every day when you come to 5 Mirror Tarot. Oh yes, you come here and get your blessings of abundance right here. There's no debate about it either. Love your self-discipline and asks you to stay loyal to your own soul collective. Any toxic butt nut or tacky person who asks you to betray your most important intimate relationship with the divine, let's say, they're not acting out of love by doing that to you. They're a butt nut. They're a spiritual hater. It's all right for you to recognize that in them. You're not judging them. You're stating a fact. Which one? Two of Pentacles. You are stable. You are balanced. You are grounded. Six of Swords. You going from the toxicity to smoother waters. Going from not liking parts of yourself and stuffing them down. You sat with them. You discovered what they were, why you were that way. You healed it. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Tower reversed. You're the stable one. Toxic people pretend they are stable. It's an act. It's a mask. You're the real deal. Because you're the real deal, they can stay in these choppy waters. You're going on to smoother sailing in your own skin. You don't care what they think. It's none of their beeswax. You used to think it was, that you had to put up with this, but you don't. You're able to balance and juggle it and put everything, you alchemized it. So you stop being harmed and you giving their negativity right back to them, not by being ugly. You just shift your energy, you go inward so that you're in bliss and harmony, so your outside world that they're trying to dick with stays in harmony. And then they pop a nut and go off, and everyone knows what they're up to. It's plain to see, and they have to go lick their wounds because they couldn't pull one over on you. They refuse to look at what needs to change in their behavior and whatever their relationship is with you. These could be coworkers, your boss, could be your mother-in-law. It could be a neighbor. It could be your own children. It could be a sibling. It could be your parents are narcissistic or bullying you. Got it? They refuse to stop doing it. Well, you refuse to parlay. You refuse to play these stupid reindeer games. Like, nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Ain't doing it. So it's the level of self-love that makes you brave. The love that inspires you, every action, the divine love. That's divine, isn't it? Love asks you to look at what really matters to you. What do you really value? A passion that you grow into feels fabulous. Marry your own soul and your own energy. This one. hold on now. This is you. I'm talking about you there. Fair exchange of energy between yourself on all levels. Deciding on what you're going to do with yourself and take yourself into an adventure next, loving on yourself. Letting everything fit into place and not forcing it. Letting it happen organically. So that you can leave the toxicity behind. You pulled those 10 swords out of your back and walked away. They're stuck with those 10 swords that they stuck in your back are now in their back. Everything they wanted for you or did to you is now happening to them, but it's not you doing it. Oh, they want you to do tit for tat. No, these are other people out in the world that are letting them have it. They don't like it. They want it to be you so that they can wheedle their way out of it because it's you and blame you. And no, you're not there for it. You're at the top of the Wheel of Fortune. They're at the bottom. There is no treasure for them. And you're the one that got away, and they're pissed. They know they blew it. They can't be pissed at you. You went and healed yourself and left. Because they're smarmy little shits. Little shit heads, little poopy heads. All the damn time, too. You're toxic butt nuts. And here you are as the emperor taking action to be really tarot and chill this morning on 5 Mirror Tarot. And you're victorious. You've picked a new person that's not toxic, and that new person has picked you. There will be no devalue and discard crapola. No. Look at you creating magic like we do right here on my channel. When you come in here and you show me a kindness, they're stuck. They can't take action to get your goat, barbecue it, and hurt you, and they can't. And it's chapping their behindy. You toxic snot ball. Because see, you gave them that whole mountain of their, it wasn't yours. You were shouldering all that crud that's theirs. You walked away and you left it. It's theirs. It's never been your responsibility. It's not yours to do. It's theirs. And they're choking on it, metaphorically. Overwhelmed. And they're getting divine retribution. This is God's wrath. They're getting karma. They're getting karma. They're getting karma. While you go off and thrive in your own skin. Earth, air, fire, water. And here's your commitment to yourself first. And then you bring in all the things by magnetizing your soul. Staying in the here and now. Not taking action. You're being receptive. And you bring in the self-love first. Brings in the law of attraction for you. I like that. Now, I'm going to tap into the angelic realm. We already did the Froud. The fairy realm works with the divine. The fairies work with the angels. So I'm going to tap in to the angelic realm using the Holy Bible here. For Holy Bible divination. The preparations of the heart in man. And the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weigheth the spirits. You might think, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. Well, we do that on this channel every day. We commit our work unto the Lord. We hand out these blessings of abundance. And our thoughts shall be established. Hey, we have 8 subscribers now. The Lord hath made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Your toxic Avenger's actions are driven by extreme, very illogical assumptions as the only approach to thinking today. Use your discernment. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Now, the one I did between 3 and 4 in the morning is Proverbs 25:17. Don't visit your neighbors too often, or they might get tired of you and come to hate you. This warns, while all narcissists are not dangerous, this is for entertainment purposes and educational purposes, as we discussed at the beginning. Some can become violent when cornered and triggered or angered during gaslighting you. This verse means that hosts are expected to be gracious, generous, and helpful to visitors. Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, welcome. And if you have been here before, welcome. That doesn't mean that a host will always be able to enjoy those obligations, even when their guest is sweeter than honey. One can become sick of having them around too long. This warns a divine masculine or the divine feminine as we go into Thanksgiving. Your karmic is completely deflated. This distorted karmic masculine or feminine, you switch those energies around. There's no gender in tarot, so it'll be easier for this reading to resonate. They are quite aware that they're completely alone in a trap that they created for themselves to enter into. This is saying that there are always going to be suffering, trials, temptations, pain, situations that you can't handle exclusively on your own. But when as followers of the divine, when those times do come as followers of Christ, God promises that your karmic person's world is about to collapse under God's scrutiny. Depending on the severity of the narcissistic personality disorder, tacky person or bully, they may be manipulative or even introduce some physical abuse. What did I just say? A bully. To maintain control over both the victims and control over every situation. The karmic person's state of mind is thready, under public scrutiny, saddled with I think felony accounts is what I was seeing. Some sort of loss. They're getting it though. Now then, for you, I got the Page of Pentacles. For you, there's going to be no moving on without speaking the words of closure out loud. I bring closure to my toxic relationship with my butt nut tacky person, Uncle Phil. Got it? Say it out loud. You told that person to knock that shit off with you, collective. And you won't keep on tolerating this debilitating toxic behavior. Hanged man reversed. They get some fierce karmic lessons, though. 5 of Wands. You go and hang out with true loving people and loved ones. Page of Cups reversed. They do not ever have a real offer of love for anybody. That's not just you. Hermit, the old must be released so that the new blessing can enter. 6 of Pentacles. Do not waste your energy fighting this one situation with your butt nut. You tear out outmoded ways of being. You're not going to be like that anymore with them. You're not going to stand there and be patient and let them waste your time and going on in circular conversations will drive you mad. 8 of Wands. If you push too hard, you can create a worsening situation, so be gentle. They want you to use your discernment with them. You need to get as far away as you can. Now, so you think you know the Story of clever Elsie. Once there was a man who had a daughter called Clever Elsie. But when she was fully grown up, her father said, "Ooh, we must drop a bomb on that bish." "Yes," said her mother, "if only somebody would come from a far great distance, but who would have her? We must get her married to effing sweet." Oh, in this fairy tale, though, the truth is far older, and according to Carl Jung, much darker. At last, save God for small favors, alas, at last, a suitor who was called Hans, and he came from quite a distance away, and Hans made a lucrative offer for her under one condition, that she really was clever, as you say, and as she is said to be. "Oh," said the father, sheepishly averting his eyes, "she is a long-headed lass." Oh, in this story, the character's fate was far too disturbing for regular old fairy tales. Now, the tactics of your narcissist can deeply impact one's mental and emotional well-being. In a fairy tale, though, it gets you hooked on the narrative. And her mother scraped her feet back and forth, and she said, "Well, she can see the wind blowing in the bloody street." "Well," said Hans, "if she's not really clever, I won't have her, so there. Now then." Drawing upon original versions of fairy tales that are never sanitized on Fab Miramituro, and we reveal how these tales illustrate each stage of alchemical work, iterations required to get insights as we achieve this using the tarot and both Froud fairy oracles today. Elsie's parents went to unload Elsie, must marry her off, so when Hans came a-callin', Elsie makes like a St. Polly's girl at Oktoberfest. She's told by her parents to go into the cellar and fetch a beer to prove her ever-loving cleverness to Hans. This channeled message is laced with PSAs using clues as a warning to the viewer to use your discernment. The tarot and the fairy oracle readings today, these are a valuable way to convey the importance of the PSAs I share. These are also channeled messages. The Ace of Cups is your PSA. While in the cellar, Elsie is fixated on a pickaxe. It's stuck in the wall just above the beer keg. She gets cold feet, paralyzed with fear by the literal thought, what the hell happens once she marries Hans? But what if she immediately has a child? And 10 years from now, what if her child is given a generational curse, and that precious child of Elsie's and Hans is also sent down into that same cellar to get beer? That pickaxe would fall and crush her child's little fontanella, crush his little HED head. She has a full-blown panic attack. She is scared the crap out of herself for no reason. She begins to blubber and sob hysterically. This is a shared mass hysteria that follows, one by one. The spirit of melancholia. All of her family members succumb. Also, a chambermaid and a manservant come downstairs to find her crying. Upon hearing total Fruit Loopy reasoning, a bit far-fetched reasoning, so they all join in her tears. They all empathize and they join in her tears, all agreeing this is a future tragedy and is cause for great lamentations and sorrows today. Hans decided he goes into the cellar. He hears the story. and concludes Elsie's level of aptitudes is sufficient for his household, so he decides to marry her. Married, not bliss, though. Soon after they get hitched, Hans goes to work, and he asks Elsie to reap the corn in one field. Elsie cooks a porridge, a whole pot full. She goes to the field. She eats the porridge. She gets drowsy. She decides to, oh, feck it, she goes to sleep instead of working. Opted for sleeping. That is a form of shirking. The bells of confusion. Once Hans returned home, he finds the work is undone and he sees Elsie is asleep. He spread out some netting. It's a bird's netting with bells on it. All around his spouse, laid it out. She was lost in dreams. And he goes home and he locked the front door. She's out in the field, in the cornfield, and is sound asleep. So Elsie wakes the hell up when it's pitch dark under a fairy moon, also called the dark moon. That's the night before the new moon. Those annoying bells jingled whenever she moves, and it's dark. She doesn't know what it is. This made her question her identity. She forgot who she is, her true self, authentic self. She forgot. So she runs home to her husband and asks through the locked door, Hans? 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 Is Elsie within? Is she in there with you? Hans replies snarkily, yes, yes, yes. Elsie is within. The disappearance. She's out of sorts. She's not her true self. She suffers self-inflicted cognitive dissonance in her own head. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. It's a fairy tale. She is decided that she's not herself. This terrified Elsie. She runs amok. Amok, 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 amok. Off into the village. Jingling of bells mocked her all the way there, until she's never seen again by Hans. Stupidity versus cleverness. The central theme is the ironic use of clever to describe this incredibly foolish person, this stupid woman. Elsie's actions are driven by extreme, very illogical assumptions as her only way of thinking. The story warns about a rapid, vainglorious, narcissistic girl being lazy and impractical, toxic, tacky person, and in general lacks basic common sense. Clever. This story suggests the moral that one should get to know a person's true character before making a serious commitment like a legally binding marriage. Do not take a narcissist's cleverness for granted. Don't do it. Narcissists, they just lie in the moment. They lack ability to plan ahead for their lives, and it's stunning. Only except at Gaming Daily Supply, that's all they care about is getting it. And they only do what is instinctive. It's strictly about self-preservation for them. This is for educational purposes and entertainment. It's still a tarot card reading. NPD doesn't do logic or reasoning, or they cannot play the victim. NPD mind is a lot like a child's mind. They like to live in a fantasy. NPD oftentimes has this alternative point of view of reality. Facts and logic and reasoning are blocks and obstruction. Some literally believe that reality is whatever the narcissist decides it is, period. You think I'm kidding. You are along for the ride and you never have any say. But their creepy version of reality will keep changing, which is so gobsmackingly confusing, isn't it? Narcissists are tough cookies. They're extremely defensive snots. with multidimensional layers of armor and crud, and brutally cruel ways to cope with their plethora of insecurities and really delusional reality of self-absorbed self-world. They learn this mean-spirited crud in childhood. This is for educational purposes. At a young age to cope with whatever, an unstable childhood experience perhaps, where the primary caregiver, let's say, was unpredictably in loving uncertainty, ruled cruelty was considered love. Elsie couldn't hide that she was evil, not clever. Everything that she and her parents did to Hans was part of a strategy. Elsie planned all along to make Hans a slave. Hans figured it out. He will never be loved by Elsie, nor protected. She left corn in the field past harvest. That was a loss of crop and money. A hidden agenda to stuff her face with porridge, shirked her responsibility, fell asleep, got locked out of the house by Hans, and then she went apeshit, cray-cray, and then she ran away never to be seen again. Let's get over here and see, shall we? Let me see, Father beautiful, see. Thank you for coming in here and showing me a kindness. I thank you for creating a magical space with me today. We're growing into the magic deeper. I love you for that. And I engender you and bank on love. I'm so grateful. I love you guys so much. I love you. And I cannot wait to do this all over again in our next reading. So let's go. I love you guys. I know. But you promised me you'll go out there and you'll have a really great day. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be here every day because I love you. You'll hear from me, so I'll be here for you every day. I thank you for showing me that kindness. Go out there and have a splendiferous day.